Hello, this is Harold H.B. Bell, along here with Dr. Jane Yip, founder of Autism Parent Care, and I am just privileged to be a registered behavior technician out here at Autism Parent Care, and we are just trying to bring in information to the community as clean and as crisp as possible about some of the things. Autism is much misunderstood, and the ways that Dr. Jane Yip and I are going to try to approach it so you can understand it. We're going to bring you some very, very easy to understand language and also some topics and subject matter that you need to know about. We've been talking about the parent-child dynamic. We've been talking about how do you cope with this after you find out your child might be on the spectrum. The next thing that we definitely need to talk about that is so prevalent in the autism community is the parent-parent dynamic, Dr. Jane. And I mean, we talk about this in your company. It's named Autism Parent Care because we know we have the remedy for the children, but we are still trying to figure out how to help the parents who are dealing with this strain. So if you could go into some of the areas that parents are dealing with, that the average person just out here dealing every day would not understand when you have a child who is special need or two children that are special need. You have these two parents who now have to give all their time pretty much to that situation.
So think of this situation, you have a baby and you're all idealistic about this baby. All of a sudden this baby is not talking to you, not interacting with you, and on top of that, this baby doesn't seem to grow up, still does not sleep through the night, and this baby may be 13, 15 years old and still requires you to help him or her to the bathroom and make sure that he or she doesn't grab everything inside and eat it. And also you've got to make sure that this kid of yours is safe because they don't understand that. Now that is more than 24-hour job. You have a lot of worries. That is one thing on a practical level. On an emotional level, here's what it is. You have a person, you cannot talk to that person, right? That person is not going to reciprocate your emotion, cannot say how are you? And I'm going to say it as it is, so please forgive me if I am blunt. This person may as well be dead because there is no response.
Yeah.
And so there is grieving involved. When I say grieving, you are grieving the loss of your ideal, right? Now, if you have a child and this child died, right, somewhere along the line, and of course, it's extremely painful, but after the physical death of this child, you can have a good memory and you can go on with your life.
There's some finality.
There is finality. But this kid does not die. It's with you, but it's like there is a barrier that you cannot cross. You cannot connect with this child, you cannot interact with this child, and you can see how painful it is. Each parent goes through this in their mind in a different way.
And I would imagine if you spend 9 months of your life, and as you mentioned, the fairy tale child being born in, watching them go to kindergarten for the first day, watching them play his first little league game, watching her in her first play at school or whatever it might be, and that reality of, as you mentioned, the grieving part of this person, and as you mentioned, it's harsh, but the death of that idea, the death of the psychological readiness that you had for your child to come, that's a traumatic scar, I would imagine, for both parents. And as you mentioned, the grieving side, what does the couple do when they face this?
Yes, because these are very personal stuff, and even between couples, they may not talk openly about that, right? One of them may feel like they need to be strong for the other party, so they bottle it up. They're not going to say, I feel sad, you see? And maybe both of them wants to be strong as well, so they don't discuss it. That tends to happen.
And then in general, just personality differences. In most opposites attract kind of marriage, and you will have one real strong personality and somebody who's a little bit needy, kind of like a turtle. So, I mean, seriously, isn't that the dynamic normally that happens in husbands and wives? So with that dynamic happening, and then you finding out that your child is going to require all day, every day treatment for the rest of your known life. We know factually, and I hate to bring this up and be the bearer of bad news, but separation and divorce are at a level that is so much higher than the normal divorce rate because of not being able to handle this. How can we get the parent-parent dynamic just a little bit better so that's not the action that needs to be taken, because we need two people more than ever now?
Yes, we will discuss it in the next segment.
Yes.
First of all, let's confront the problem and look at how bad it is. We often don't want to see difficult things, you see. So here's what commonly happens, and I have seen this dynamic. The strong parent is the one who not only has to console the other party, the spouse, right? But have to pick up all the slack, the responsibility for the child. So it can be a man, it can be a woman, in heterosexual couples, it can be one party, right? In a homosexual couple, it doesn't matter. Gender is not a question here, it's just that
Personality type.
One person tend to take up all the responsibility. Now, nobody is Hercules. Eventually, you are going to get burned out. Eventually, they cannot handle it. Now, it may not be in terms of the psychological energy drain, it can be health challenges because we have so much stress. So when one party just cannot handle it anymore, and the other party who is weaker has not been handling it, right? Not only do you have a special needs child that needs care, you have also another spouse that needs care. So
two spouses that need care.
Yes.
Because the one who is weak is probably already overwhelmed because they can't handle as much, and then the one who's been taking on everything reaches a point in the threshold to where the boil starts to overflow now, and I can't do this anymore.
Yes. So, and again, it becomes so difficult to confront, they don't confront, so they all go into their respective interests. By respective interests, it does not necessarily mean another romantic relationship, although that can happen as well. Respective interest means they come home later and later, they put their concerns.
The gym becomes your new girlfriend, the restaurant and the bar becomes your new boyfriend, whatever it might be, you start substituting other things in your life to make sure that I don't have to go back to that place where my angst lies.
Yes, so when one party escaped, guess what? The other party felt left out. So they then go to the child for that emotional support. So the special needs child becomes a surrogate spouse, emotionally. I don't mean physically, I mean emotionally.
Yeah.
And in many cases, each of them, one of them may take one kid, the other one takes another kid, that serves as an emotional spouse.
Then as we wind this segment up, and we know the ramifications, and we're going to go deeper in our next segment, something that the parents could do early on if they start noticing this, or maybe even at the time of birth, when you find out something's wrong with your child, should counseling maybe come in then?
Yes.
Okay, because really, you're going to need some help.
Absolutely. So we're going to talk about that in the next segment.
Absolutely. You're listening to The Spectrum, Autism Parent Care, making autism learned easy.